what is the shoestring budget before we get started? Anyone knows what a shoestring budget is?
Spend as little as you can.
Spend as little as you can. Shoestring is usually how small or how large? Is it? It's rather small. So we want to be able to work with what we have and utilize our resources as well as our talents and our treasure. Treasure meaning your money, to be able to do what? Market as much as you can, as effectively as you can, with little to no money. Traditional marketing. We've been accustomed to that. Basically, minimal contact, but let's just see what we can do as far as sending it to the masses, okay? That's the traditional way. Now, some people may identify, well, tradition is dead. It's dead to a degree. However, if you blend both worlds, meaning the digital marketing as well as traditional, then the traditional marketing isn't dead. The 4 Ps, I'm sure you are accustomed to the 4 Ps in reference to product, price, and place and promotion. When you're blending both worlds between the digital or better yet internet marketing, as we identify it as well as traditional, you are focusing on those 4 Ps. Partnerships, that's extremely important. If you don't get anything out of today, guess what? Partnerships. You are your company, you are the salesperson. Nonverbal, your attitude, your communication, the friendly handshake, not the dainty one, the friendly handshake, not aggressive either. And your dress all has a part to play when you partner with other people. How we revitalize the 4 Ps, meaning from the traditional marketing component, we need to revise our target market. Who is your target market? Who is your audience? Can't just be everyone. Who, in mind, when you started your business, who are you gravitating or who do you gravitate towards? Now, if you have that person or a group of people in mind, now the question is, in spite of what's going on now, do you need to revise it or to think about expanding it? Okay, that's something to think about, the who. Identifying your products in relation to the needs of your macro and micro communities. Difference between macro and micro, not to make this economics, but micro is a small community, meaning your neighborhood, your community. Macro is obviously large, as you mentioned, like for instance, using the internet. It's huge, millions of people connecting. You don't know these people from a hole in the wall. That's your macro community. So based on what the service or product you are providing, the question is there a need for it? There is a need with everything that you're doing. The question is now, in conjunction with your target market, how am I going to get that message across? Do you need to expand services and or products to meet the needs of your macro as well as micro communities? Okay? And if not, then the question is, getting back to marketing, how can I convey the message? Okay? Developing your brand. Your brand is simply your identity. What identifies you as your business? For instance, a logo. You may have a story, a message, some compelling story on how you ended up where you are now, or why you started your business. Make it 1 minute, whatever that story may be. Make it compelling so people can have that hallmark moment. Wow, that's interesting. Oh, okay. Make it captivating. Not that it's made up, but make it captivating. Okay, or your message. What is your logo? What is your message that you're getting across or attempting to get across? But whatever you do and however you do it, whether it's combining traditional as well as digital, meaning the internet, or better yet, just focusing on the internet component, you want to keep it very short and sweet. Reasons why? People don't read. It's not that they can't read. Well, we as society, we choose not to read. We're animated or stimulated by what? Colors. Colors. We talked about nonverbal earlier. We're stimulated by that. The colors, the message behind it, all the background. And then if we're intrigued, then we do what? Then we may read it. And sometimes we even miss the message in the process of reading it. So when you keep it simple and short and sweet, and if you want to include stupid, that's fine too. However, but make it short and sweet. Get your message across very quick, okay? All that should take place, your identity, meaning your brand, within 1 minute or less. Now, if we had more time, I would definitely have you do your 1-minute pitch. But think about it and practice it. And practice it with those you love, meaning your spouse. Talk to your pet. But time yourself. Make sure you have your pitch down in 1 minute or less, because that is only the amount of time that someone will actually give you, believe it or not. If they're intrigued on what you have to say within that 1 minute or less, then that will open up for more dialogue and more conversation. But it's very important to get everything you need in 1 minute. Okay? 1 minute. 60 seconds. SWOT. It's been used for decades, since the 1960s and 70s. Getting back to basics. This tool is used to basically assess where you are. Again, I mentioned earlier, identifying your past, looking at your present, what you're doing now, and projecting what you're doing in the future, and how you're going to modify it and change it. Okay? SWOT stands for, and again, this is a way to attract, motivate, and retain potential clients and existing. Focusing on your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, your threats. The trend piece was just added on a couple years ago, give or take, last 20 years or so. The trends. Trends, we follow. We are slaves to trends to some degree or another. In spite of the fact we may say, oh no, I am my own individual. I dress and do everything how I, because it's me. It's who I am. However, some things we yield to trends. And especially having your own business and this particular economic climate, it is very, very important to be aware of the trends and to not exactly follow them, but again, to identify how can you fit in and what's going on within your industry. You know your industry better than anyone else in this room. So it's very important to connect, to identify what is the hot thing going on, what has been phased out, what is working for others, and what's not working for them. All of you are in a very unique position, to the point where a lot of people, obviously, if you've seen in the news, and you may know of people, and you may be one of them, getting laid off left and right, thousands of people, hundreds of jobs being cut. What's next? You are in a unique opportunity right now where, as small businesses, the more you grow, what's going to happen as you grow? You will need what? You'll need employees. Whether you hire them as employees or you hire them as a contractor, either or, guess what? You will need employees. Is that stimulating the economy? Absolutely. You may not perceive it that way if you only need someone for a couple weeks or a couple months, but believe it or not, guess what? You're still doing what? You're stimulating the economy. The need grows even larger, guess what? You need more people. That is stimulating your micro community in reference to economics. Believe it or not, 101, I believe Mrs. Adelman said it earlier, the need for people to receive consultation one-on-one, they've had 1 day a week or one day a week, now they have 2. Why? Because people are gravitating to small businesses and starting their own business and providing services. We will always need services in spite of the economic climate. What type of services and how much, again, price, promotion, and all the meaning the 4 Ps, will make the difference on whether someone's going to pick you or someone else. It's not always the quantity, it's the quality as well. Okay? So in reference to how is your company going to improve leads right into the opportunities. What are those opportunities for you? Are you the only one that is providing the unique service and or product within your community? And if so, that involves what? For you to do some type of research and to look and explore. What are the other companies similar to myself? Okay. What other areas in reference to the trends? What interesting trends are you aware of within your own industry? What we're selling and what we're providing collectively in this room, guess what? It's been done before. We're not reinventing the wheel. The key to it is how. That's the key. How are you going to add that added twist to attract hundreds of people to come to you? And why do they need your services? It goes back to the need again. You just have to add that extra twist or unique twist in relation to your products and services. Okay? Because again, everything we're doing now has been done before. and will continue. But the key to it, what is your added twist? What is your finesse that you're going to add that is going to gravitate other people to come to you opposed to the next person down the street and around the corner?